So the dare is here.
You can lie down.
While we were setting up the dinner. So I'll show you the dinner. It's a smoothie, and there's a salad in here. So this is actually pretty nice bread, and there's the salad in there. And I'm going to talk about yoga burn and these other things. And I'm going to hope she just lays right back down again. So I don't really want to scare her out of here. She can stay as far as I'm concerned. So I guess I'll put it like this, and then you can kind of see her too.
You can lie down.
I'm going to go around the back there so that I don't scare her. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about us. We're not going to do anything at all. We're just going to sit here. James is going to eat some food.
Do you want to sit down too?
Lay down too if you want
sat
to.
down. You can lie down.
You're fine there. You might even get some corn. I know you like corn. You want some corn? Because James likes sharing, and he has apples too in there. Just going to give her a little bit here. So, I'm going to take a piece of apple and maybe this corn. Is that okay?
Food?
Hey, dear.
Oh,
She's eating the neighbor's flowers instead.
she got so injured in that
Yeah,
car accident.
poor leg. It was just going like this. But
I'm
it's
sure
now
we
stiffened up.
Yeah,
So
but
it's taken a long time healing. But her kids should be around here somewhere. She has two little fawns that are sweet little people.
The big trouble is when they see her, they come running across the street.
There we go. And I hope I didn't throw it too far. I didn't want to throw it on the neighbor's lawn, but I just want to throw it a little bit. I'll have to pick it up later.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read my poem that I wrote yesterday while I was recovering from the crypt hike. And I'm still sort of tired from it, but my muscles feel good. I think my muscles feel good. So anyway, this is a poem that I wrote called A Crypt Mystery. And I wrote it September 11, 2025. Did I give you a fork? Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm not that out of it, I guess. 2 shuttles left for Crypt Lake Trail, but only 1 came back again. I have to move because James is now.
Okay.
That's fine. It seemed bizarre that they would fail to take back everyone. But then I thought about what we'd all seen above the treetops hours before. A rescue helicopter had been there circling 2 hours or more. 1 shuttle brought a rescue team. The other brought the hikers there. To Crypt that morning, it would seem, and none of us were made aware of what was going on that day, and no one really seemed to care once we were safely whisked away. Just glad we weren't abandoned there. I should have asked, why didn't I? The rescue team was plausible, but maybe just a self-told lie to make the truth seem comfortable. 1 shuttleful told one tall tale in silent consolation when 2 shuttles left for Crypt Lake Trail, but only 1 came back again. Because you don't know. I don't know what happened. It was very strange. It was a very strange day. You know, we had the helicopter. It was a big helicopter too. Was going, like, it looked like it was looking down the valley kind of thing. I don't know.
Okay. It came up the valley.
Yeah.
And then it kind of
Circled around.
disappeared out of the valley.
Yeah.
And then it had come around the mountain.
Yeah.
Mountain Boswell.
I think they must have been looking for someone.
Yeah. I don't know if it's someone in danger or someone or some ones coming across the border or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if I put my back to her, she'll feel more safe anyway. So that might work out better for her. 'Cause I don't want her to be scared. She's over there. You can see her. And then we'll see what happens if she gets a little less frightened. Oh, you're saving more corn for her?
Yeah. Ordinarily I'd eat it.
I know James loves corn.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
I
see
love
how much
deer
he cares
even more.
for that deer. And she'll be fine soon. You know, like there's actually quite a lot of tomatoes here for her to eat, tomato plants. She likes the greens. And but But once I harvest in the back, when I do the final harvest, then she'll have lots to eat. Because I don't know, I'll keep an eye on the weather, and if the nighttime lows seem to be dipping down below 8 consistently, I'll just be like, oh, okay, well, that's enough. And then she can have it. So, anyway, I don't know. James was he saw a boat full of people, like, after, like, the 2 shuttles went in the morning.
A speedboat full of people.
And then he saw a speedboat full of people.
Full.
And then
So
he was thinking, I wonder if that was connected.
Like the back end, like the front end was, because it was going through the water. Yeah. Back end seemed to be about this much out of water. Maybe that's ordinary for speedboats, but I think they were a little overloaded. They all had safety vests on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That fly wants the corn. This deer are the only thing that love corn, deer and James.
Might have been some of the search and rescue people coming in. You have to say.
It seemed bizarre, though. Because nothing was said of it. And, like, one guy, when we got on the ferry, and somebody who came on after me, he asked, well, will there be another one coming then? You know, just expecting it, because there were 2 in the morning that were full. How could there not be 2 coming back in the same side?
Same way everyone was thinking.
And so they said, no, this is the last boat, last trip of the day, or whatever. And he seemed kind of surprised. He was like, okay. Yeah. And, but nothing was said about it. And, anyway, I don't know what happened.
It wasn't just us imagining things.
No. But if they left people behind, then they wouldn't be a popular business for long. So they know what they're doing, and whatever it was, they knew what was going on. It wasn't for us to know.
They weren't asking, were there people left on the trail? Because other times they have.
You're right, they have in the past, but they didn't ask this time. No. They must have just counted the tickets, and they knew how many were coming back.
I don't know what was happening. That was bizarre.
Very strange.
I won't say the whole, well, for me, it was 3/4 of the trip was bizarre. Because where were you when you first saw the helicopter come up the valley?
Oh, I was already up in Scree, I think.
Scree? Okay, so you were
I was already up above the tree lines.
Yeah.
Well,
whereas I was...
Yes.
I think I was still in the trees, stuff like that. That was weird. I do want to mention one of the reasons I got in with about 10 minutes to spare before the boat came back. And it probably would have been, it might take 5 minutes to load up with it, so 15 minutes really. I got to admit, I didn't spend much time on the trail talking with people. But I got to one switchback. It was the last big switchback heading towards the cliff that you were on, right? The cable. I watched these people. I watched 3 people go into a tunnel. I'm waiting. When are they going to come through the tunnel? Because it isn't that long. Waiting. And then I saw 3 more people coming, and then 1 person following them. And I think you were talking to some of those folks, maybe the first 3. And then there were 3 more who came, and then 1 more, right? I didn't see Pauline. She would have been just out of the picture. But it turns out, I suspect, that the first 3 that I saw go into the tunnel were just looking at what was facing them, going, do we turn back?
Well, that's the thing.
You can't turn back there.
Yeah.
There's no...
When you're hiking these trails at first, really it should, like I have put on, I've taken video of the whole crypt, ledge area, like going through the tunnel, everything that you can look up on my YouTube. Because really they should have that you can look at that ahead of time. And because a lot of the time you get, especially say Akamina, you're in that scramble bit. and you know you can't go back the way you came, and you don't know what's in store for you.
After you get
So
through the exposure, scramble
Yeah.
of exposure.
So you're like, I've gotten past this, I can't go back, I have to go to whatever's ahead, I don't know what it is, it could be worse, but it actually isn't. So it'd be nice to have
A website,
yeah, where you just click on, you watch somebody do that hike.
the whole thing.
The whole thing. It's really, who cares? You know, it's a nice time. You can have some, it could be an interpretive hike, you know.
Yeah.
You have somebody talking about what the flowers and the rock formations or whatever, right? Well, they're going, and so then it's interesting. So it's like a show that's a few hours long or whatever. I'd watch it. So
Yeah.
anyway,
First time I went up to Crypt Lake, it would have been, I would have been about a little over 50 or something like that. And there's no problem outside of the psychological sort of thing. I gotta tell you, I respect heights to the point of fearing them. I don't get panicked by them.
Yeah.
Fear is a powerfully positive emotion. Panic isn't. Fear tells you when you got to watch out, and or when you just got to avoid things. And I don't recommend any scramble. I don't recommend scrambles, especially with exposure. And you should think really carefully about just going on a pathway with exposure. You should think really carefully, is it worth it? Is your life worth risking? And especially when you're younger, you know, like if I die right now, I might, who knows, I might only have like 4 more years of life expectancy, you know, like if I come out of remission in the next little while. But if at age 20 I'd gone on a scramble and fallen off, you know, like that would have cost me minimum something like 55 years of my life, you know, like it's just not worth it. And the weird thing is, the people who seem to be the biggest risk takers in our society are teenagers and young adults.
Well, that's
Especially
right.
men.
I mean, because their prefrontal cortex is not fully developed until they're age 25 or so. And I mean, frankly, like you were talking about the voting age and how, well, you have to give 18-year-olds have to have the vote. Then they have, because they are
Traditionally had
expected
to serve in the military.
Yeah, and whatever. And it's like, okay, but is that right that they have to serve in the military, or that they even can serve in the military?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be able to, or they shouldn't be responsible for making adult decisions when their brains aren't fully developed.
And it doesn't get much more adult
No.
decision making than decisions in
No.
war.
So, frankly, I think the voting age should be 25, and I don't think anybody should be allowed. You shouldn't even say, oh, well, if they volunteer. No. They shouldn't be allowed to volunteer because they can't, their prefrontal cortexes aren't developed fully yet. So they can't make that decision.
I've read somewhere the policy was with the English, maybe Americans, maybe both Canadians, that if you volunteered, you could go at age 17, like in World War II, maybe World War I.
Wow, that's terrible. Anyway, so Yoga Burn got top of the stack for me. I like watching these fitness videos, and this one, he has a very different body. It's, I mean, you can tell he's very fit from the cover, but his legs are very short.
Right.
To his upper body.
He's saved it,
Okay. Anyway, but because of that, the leg muscles actually look bigger because they're shorter, right? I don't know. It's nice watching him and peaceful, watching him do his yoga thing.
Yeah.
So he calls it, what does he call it? Slow burn, yoga slow burn or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Well, it says yoga burn, but he does it slowly. So he does all of the poses, getting into them, out of them really slowly, and he says that helps you to have better defined muscles or something, doing everything slowly.
Well, the other thing is you're less likely to get injured.
Yeah.
Anyone who gets into those poses quickly is, I don't know,
Yeah.
self-destructive.
So, anyway, I was looking at a lot of these posts and going, yeah, I could not do that. But
So he was getting ultimately into fairly
he was
extreme
getting into
poses.
some, well, you should watch it. It's really relaxing watching him do these things. So
I'll have to watch it because come on, I'll have something to say about some
okay.
programs like this.
Okay. Well, they have warnings at the beginning of them and stuff like that.
So what do they say?
Well, there was one interesting thing at the beginning. I don't know if you want to hear it while you're eating or anything like that. I know people are bothered by stuff like this, which
It
I'm
won't
not.
bother me.
But,
I've had cancer.
okay. But it said a warning. For example, they said women who are menstruating shouldn't do the inverted poses and stuff. And I thought, wow, who would know that? It's a lucky thing that they had that on there because nobody would think about that.
Yeah, the big trouble is, see, like who watches preliminary stuff like that?
Oh,
It's
me.
like watching. I like watching the copyright thing. Like
Yeah.
um, what is it? The warning. Copyright is if breaking copyright
Oh,
is
she's still laying
yeah,
over
I
there.
know. Is not a victimless crime. And I can remember one time in a theater or something. I just said, but pretty close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so I watch for things like that, but people ordinarily just shut that out. Why is it? It's too much like advertising.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, and that raises the problem that I got with something like this. If you're watching it, you don't have feedback coming in, right?
That's true.
You
Whereas
should
if you
not do
if you do it with a group, then you have the feedback.
You actually need someone in that group
Yeah.
that knows what they're doing with something like yoga,
Yeah.
something like ballet, where you're working on stretching and stuff like that. If you stretch too fast, you're just gonna tear a muscle. You're not even pull it, tear it.
Well, that's a
Screw
good
up your
point.
knees. So you're recommended just to watch this. It'll
Yeah.
serve maybe as an incentive, but go out. Yeah, I don't believe in that master-student thing, but I do believe in consulting with people who know what they're doing.
Well, we've talked about it before with languages and how it's better. They always you go to study a language and you study from somebody who knows the language, who was
native
raised
speaker,
doing
yeah.
it, and it's ridiculous. Whereas, because how can they possibly know how to teach you the languages? But it's better to have somebody who's learnt the language as when they were older and knew how they had to, how to remember the stuff, right, or whatever. And I think that's the thing with the fitness videos. You watch these guys and wow, they know the stuff really well, and they've probably been doing it for forever, for for their whole lives or whatever. But it would be better to watch you. It's nice to watch these people who are really fit and really good at what they do and stuff like that. But it's probably it would be more if you wanted to learn the stuff. It would be better to watch somebody say who had about your same sort of build and your same sort of maybe health issues or something like that, and watch them. They've learned how to do this a certain way, and then they could say, "Oh yeah," and watch for this or whatever, or can you feel this happening with your body? Well, that's too much. Take it back a little bit or whatever. Is yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed watching it. So, Ballerina from the world of John Wick, and yeah, this had Keanu Reeves in it.
That's the John Wick one that you were mentioning.
So it was entertaining. Yeah. It's nice to see some girl power and whatever, but there's a lot of I mean, history repeats itself, right? And when I was young, there was lots of piercing and all sorts of, tattoos were big, piercing, whatever. And it's back. It's really big. There's a lot of facial piercings and stuff like that you're seeing around in the youth today. And like the Neil Young sort of checkered shirts and stuff like that. People do
I
wear
kind of like that,
piercing.
but
Yeah.
not
That's
all
back.
the time. No.
Yeah, so that's back. Anyway, so
Duck
she's
lips are for women are back too. You notice that? They
well,
grew some duck lips.
I don't know. So anyway,
Yeah.
this woman is a ballerina, and I don't yet know. They haven't explained why these people are trained as ballerinas and trained to fight. I don't know. They really haven't fleshed the story out well enough for. I mean, maybe it's taking us into Keanu's story a little more, or John Wick. Right?
I don't know if it works ballerina into martial arts type of stuff, but it can work the other way.
Yeah.
So when I took ballet, my instructress, whatever you don't want to call her, she had a guy come into her class, and they ended up getting married. And he did really well. Why? Because he had experience in martial arts.
Yeah.
Really, really good flexibility, for example. And then he knew how to move, right? It's there. You do kind of pattern moves and stuff like that. So, but that worked martial arts into ballet.
Okay.
I don't know if there'd be too many guys in particular that work from ballet into martial arts.
But I mean, this is really fictitious. There's the whole scenes in like a bar where people aren't acting properly when there's guns being shot and stuff. I mean, the bar would clear, right?
Of course.
So people aren't acting naturally in this. I'm kind of bothered by. Yeah, I like the girl power, whatever, but I'm bothered by the fact that she's just this little. I mean, ballerinas are not big, muscular people. Really, they're very thin and light, and so she's a petite little thing and lovely lady. But her instructor is telling you'll always be like. First, she's saying he's stronger than me. I can't beat him, and her instructor's saying. They'll always be stronger than you. But you have to learn how to fight like a girl. Fight dirty. And it's like, okay, well, what if he fights dirty and he's stronger than me? There's this whole thing where she's too powerful. She's not as powerful as John Wick, but she's too powerful for to be a believable character or to even be a girl power figure.
So pound for pound, ballerinas are very, very strong.
Okay, yes. I see what you're saying.
I don't want to undercut what you're
yes,
saying.
but they're just so very thin.
Well, they're also smaller.
Yeah.
And their upper body strength might be only one physiologist that I read was saying women have, this is potential, 1/3 of the upper body strength of men, 2/3 in the legs. Now, one of my ballet instructors she was the most qualified ballet instructor in all of Lethbridge. Came from England, and she was saying, ballerinas have to be strong. It's not just the ballet guys have to be strong. And she said, she saw this one occasion where a ballerina was spinning around. Her partner was out of sync with her one way or another, and she was spinning around. Her hand broke his nose.
Oh wow!
It's possible to do damage if you're. And usually when they're partnering, the women are significantly smaller. On average, women are maybe 5 inches shorter than men. But you look at the women that they're guys that are manhandling around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're usually much smaller,
very tiny,
by comparison with the average. Now there are exceptions, like Frank Augustine, who used to partner Karen Kane. He looked a little bit small, but these guys And believe me, they got muscles. There was a national ballet guy who was
Oh,
he
yeah.
retired. He was teaching
Of course.
over at the university. He
They
was
have to.
incredible. He looked
Yeah.
like a wide receiver or something like that.
Yeah.
He smoked. He wouldn't have been able to make it in. He's
Yeah.
trying to stay thin too, like.
Yeah.
But he was his upper body was just, he looked like a weightlifter, but not gross,
Sure.
stupid. He had to move around too.
Yeah.
He had to lug all that stuff on his legs
No,
and
I
jump
know.
and so on and so forth. But what was I going to say? Can't remember. Anyway, it was like average ballerina having to beat him up. It just wouldn't work out. Not that he'd want to beat anyone up.
No.
But
Anyway, last summer, this was a French movie, and with English subtitles. And honestly, I kind of had an idea of what was going on when I saw this and the pictures in this. But anyway, this guy is very young, the actor. And
so it's a creepy movie?
Oh, very.
Okay.
So it's
Now, these things
basically,
happen.
I know, Woody Allen, whatever, but so this story is about stepmother who
stepmother.
gets involved with the stepson.
Yeah, stuff that I hear about are high school teachers, women high school teachers, but it's rare. It's that's the weird thing. It's a little bit like that thing with Glenn Close, where she was stalkerish.
Yeah.
And one left-winger I knew, well, he was a communist, but he was saying,
oh, it's terrible.
It's a fatal attraction.
Yeah.
He was saying it's bizarre that they've got this fatal attraction thing with a woman, and yes, it does happen. But he said it should have been a man, because vast majority of cases where it's dangerous stalking, it's the guy doing it.
Yeah.
And you had a point,
I know.
a serious point.
Yeah, so I guess when they make movies like this, then maybe they give the public the wrong impression that it's, it happens with women often or whatever. But it's a creepy story, and she doesn't even. I guess I shouldn't have compared to Woody Allen, because this woman in this, she doesn't even have the balls to admit to it, that she called the boy a liar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, terrible. So.
See, Woody. Now, is he like 18 years old?
I don't think so. And from the looks of from the look of him in the show, he does not look like he could, like the actor could have been. He looks very young.
Anyway, Woody, so far as we can tell, didn't make it until whatever.
Yeah, I shouldn't have used him.
I don't know if she was even his stepdaughter. I think he might have adopted her, but I'm not sure.
Like, I don't think this is quite a
18
Lolita sort of
before
thing. I don't think he's quite that young. So maybe I should have compared to Lolita instead. I don't know. But it's still really creepy. Really creepy. I wouldn't recommend anyone watch it. It's honestly, the 25 seconds, the sex scenes don't look believable.
Oh my God.
They don't seem like the people are into each other or whatever. And honestly, I don't even want to see the sex scenes because gross. So that's that. And
there's the deer.
There's the deer.
You of her?
Yep. So I hope people can still see her with the camera. It's